How many of you truly know him to be a healer?
Yeah, Lord.
A healer of hearts, a healer of minds.
Yeah.
We get broken over and over and time again in this life, but no matter what, I know that Christ is the rock that I run to.
Yeah.
He is the healer of my soul. He redeems us.
Yeah.
All that brokenness that you've ever felt in your life, if you're feeling it right now, he is the healer.
Yeah.
Run to him, cling to him.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna turn it. I'm getting the young brother. We got the roll tight. Yeah, don't touch the club.
You calm my rage and sea.
Right.
You walk with me through fire and heal all my disease. I trust in you.
Yes.
Lord, I trust in you.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe you're my healer.
Come on now.
I believe you are all I need. I believe, yeah. I believe you're my fortune. I believe you're more than enough for me. Jesus, you're all I need. You hold my every moment. You calm my rage and sleep. You walk with me through fire and heal all my disease.
Yes, Lord.
I trust in you.
Yeah,
Lord, I
yeah.
trust in you.
Yeah, yeah. Come on
I
now.
believe you're my healer.
Yeah.
I believe you are all I need.
Yeah. Come on now. Well,
I believe you're my portion.
yeah.
I believe you're more than enough for me.
Yeah. Come on now.
Jesus, you're all I need. You're my healer. I believe
Come on.
you're my healer. I believe you are all I need.
Well,
I believe
come on.
you're my portion.
Yeah, Lord.
I believe you're more than enough for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus, you're all I need.
Oh, God.
Nothing is impossible.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Nothing is impossible
Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Lord. You alone. You alone, oh God. Lord.
A child almost aborted, but he made it through. Came up in the beginning of the red and blue.
Come on now.
Turf wars outside his doors with cats dying on the daily.
Yes, sir.
Came up in the era where the hood was going crazy.
Come on. Come on.
Seen a girl get shot and die in front of his eyes.
Yes, sir. My God.
The block was so hot it had him hypnotized.
Do it.
That he remained wise, exercised his own mind. The guys he ran with was more than twice his size
Yes,
in
sir.
age. But he was well beyond his years. Tried to, but never really fit in with his peers. Played ball on the black top, trying to be the next Irvin, but kept hitting the ground when he heard the car swerving.
Yes, sir.
Drive-bys was taking kids out at that time.
Yes, sir.
Cats ball to bang, the crack game solidified before ready to die with their life they was playing. But deep down in his heart, he could hear the Lord saying, I choose you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, it's been so many years.
Yes, sir.
But right when I said, seeing a girl get shot and die in front of his eyes, I can remember that.
Yes, sir.
Right? I'm 44 years old now.
My God.
I seen that when I was 14.
Yeah. My God.
It made me think at times, like that girl's last moment. She was by herself. She
Yes,
died
sir.
right there.
Well.
Right? It was in enough of space for me to be able to see what happened. Now imagine that girl that died alone. But also imagine that 14-year-old boy that's seen that for the first time.
Yes,
the
sir.
effect and the impact that that death had on that individual.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was that kid.
Come on.
I did not understand and know what was going on at the time. I'm from South Central California. I was born in Oakland. I came up during the time of the crack epidemic, Reaganomics, if anybody knows about it.
Well.
Right? This is when the president of the United States, who once was a governor of California, allowed drugs to be piped into community in order for gain, capital gain, because they wanted to be able to fund the Nicaraguan soldiers so that the Soviet Union wouldn't be able to give them the money. It's a power struggle. So imagine this power struggle. If you're in a position where you're driving down the street,
my God,
and you have an opportunity to either hit a dog or run over an ant, which one would you choose?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're considered the ants.
Yes, sir.
So it was easy for blacks to be exterminated for capital gain.
Well,
right? Years later, we find out that they were involved in it. But for a young child that had no understanding of what was going on, I had to fall prey to seeing these things on a regular basis.
Come on.
I remember being a very, very fearful child. Because I thought anytime, if it was her,
It could be
she
me.
was a little girl. She was walking home from school with her friends.
Well.
Her friends ran, she chose not to. Right? That choice led to her demise. So for me, I'm like, hey, what makes me any different? But God chose me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What makes anybody in here any different?
Come on.
God chose y'all.
Yes, sir.
I know everybody in here can think of a situation, a circumstance that you know that God intervened in.
Come on now.
You look back and be like, no, this is not coincidence.
Well.
You sitting here, you standing here, ain't coincidence.
Well.
See, when God died on the cross for you, he didn't die on the cross for the clean you. He died on the cross for you. No matter where you are right now,
Yes,
where
sir.
you've been,
Yeah.
that's what he died on the cross for.
Yes, sir. Come on now. My God.
So,
Speak, my brother.
so as a child, not understanding what was going on around me, fear gripping me. I remember a preacher had gave me a scripture that changed my life.
Come on now.
He said, for God haven't given you the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. This is before I even had an understanding that I was called.
Well.
And that God died on the cross for me. See, oftentimes as a young person, you don't really understand fully what's going on. But you think you do.
Well,
Right? Even 14, 15, you start feeling yourself a little bit. You think you know what's going on in this world. You really don't. And I remember I used to go and I used to buy a lot of like rap music. Right?
my God.
And this was when rap was starting to make a shift. When rap first came out, it was just this hip hop, the hippity, it wasn't even really nothing. You know, it wasn't nothing really detrimental. You know what I'm saying? Derogatory.
Yeah.
But what happened was when they found out that they could make profit, then they shifted the focus. You ever think about how it came from, you know, us as being black Nubian kings and queens to now, you know, people, you know, cursing, twerking, doing all this other stuff, right? They found out that there was power in these words, right? Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word we know of God.
Yes, sir.
But the enemy knows by the word.
Yeah.
Whatever that word is. Right? So now you have people that are preachers, and you got preachers in the pulpit, you got preachers in the streets. Right? So when they understood how much power was in those words, they really started to put more money into it. So when I was a kid, I was buying all of the music. And I remember I used to come home and I used to see my stuff in the trash, my cassette tapes. For y'all younger people, hey, we had cassette tapes, 8 tracks, records, then cassette tapes, and then move on what y'all do now, right? So I used to always see them in the trash, and my mom was like, you know, as for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord.
Yeah.
But what I didn't understand is, number one, at that time that I had an adversary, and that the stuff that was going on around me was the adversary working, trying to get me. Right? The adversary is consistently working. But things have changed. Right? So, you know, the word says that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Right? This thing that's so interesting about the word is that even as time progresses, the word is still the same. This house is a church, but y'all are the church. We're the church. This is the building. So, when we think about this as for me and my house, what we got to understand now is we are the new real estate.
Come on.
See, back in the day, you used to always talk about, you know, buying property and getting shares, you know, all these things in order to make money.
Well,
but I remember when I was younger, I heard these rich people make this statement, and now it speaks more true now, here like 20 some odd years later, than it did back then. He said, no, the mind will be the new real estate.
my God.
Right? So it's no longer you as a parent trying to say, hey, or you as a person saying, hey, as for me and my physical house. Now we got to start looking at this house. Right? You see, you know, these phones, you know, this internet, everything has got to the point where now we have to be really, really conscious of this physical house. So I'm going to do this song. It's called In Here. And the representation of the song is dealing with, it's a way of saying, as for me and my house, we're going to worship the Lord. But, you know, when people are around you and they want to gossip or they want to lie, they want to backbite, they want to steal, they want to kill, they want to do all of these things.
Well,
we got to get to a point where we say, you know what? No, we're going to rep God in here. You can do what you're doing, but in here we're going to rep God. So, I love this.
Time.
This reminds me of the old days when we used to go out and just minister and you take care of your own stuff. I love it. All right, here we go. All right, so, you know, you can sit and listen to the words if you want, you can get up and clap, whatever y'all want to do, all right? We're going to have a good time here, amen?
That's me.
I ain't here for that nonsense.
Come on now.
Really tripping that I confess. Say you want more conscious. Get that alien no contest. Devil got you in a full press. Say it help you see the abscess. In the streets trying to progress. In the spirit is a process. Say you know it right. We rep God in here.
Yes, sir.
How you scared of woke? We rep God in here.
Yeah.
How you always broke? We rep God in here.
Yeah.
Why your life go up in smoke? We rep God in here.
Yeah.
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 See you fighting on the ground. We rep God in here.
Yeah.
For God trying to stand. We rep God in here.
Yeah.
You don't really understand. understand. We regarded here.
Yeah.
Holiness what he demands. We regarded here.
Yeah.
The life he lived had cause. He was nailed on that cross.
Yeah.
For your game he was lost. But he rose, he ain't boss.
Yeah.
Down for us from the flaws. Life so fake, got that gloss. America's dream so false. Your life so dry, need that sauce.
Come on now.
Say you doing right, but you switching lanes.
Yeah.
Say you hold the rock, but you play no game.
Yeah.
Say you got them jokes, but never entertain.
Yeah.
Don't let the horns blow, and still you remain.
Yeah.
I ain't here for that nonsense. Really tripping that I confess. Say you hold more conscious.
Yeah.
Never got you in a full press. Say it help you see the abscess.
Come on.
The streets trying to progress. In the spirit, miss a process.
Yes, sir.
Say you doing right. We regarded here.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you stay woke. We
regarded here. Yeah.
Yeah. How you always broke.
We regarded here. Yeah.
Why your life go up in smoke. We regarded here.
Yeah.
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 See you fighting on the ground. We regarded here.
Yeah.
God trying to stand. We regarded here.
Yeah.
You don't really understand. We regarded here.
Yeah.
Holiness what he demands. We regarded here.
Yeah.
The life he lived at cause. He was nailed on that cross.
Come on now.
The game he was lost, but he rose, he ain't boss. Now for us trying to flaw.
Glory.
Life so fake, got that gloss.
Yes, sir.
American dream so soft. Your life so dry, need that song.
Come on.
You know, say you're doing right, but you're switching lanes.
Come on.
Say you hold the rock, but you play no game.
Come on.
Say you got them jokes, but never entertain.
Come on.
Don't let the horns blow, and still you remain.
Yes, sir. My God. Yeah.
So I work with high school students. High school students will get in a fight. We just had this recently. We had 2 of my students get in a fight the same day. When they go pick up the students, they weren't there because they got suspended. But this is the interesting thing that's going on now. The kids initially, the first thing the kids said was, "Did you see the fight?" They said, "No." Let me show you on my phone. Okay, there was something that happened today that I seen online. A reporter was reporting a race. So she's standing and they were racing beside her. So, everybody want to get their camera time and looking and they, joke around as they run past. So the woman's talking about what's going on. A man comes by and hits her on the behind and keeps running. Right? So you could tell in the midst of her trying to do her job, it really shook her for a second. But they had it documented. So I went down in the thread. They showed a picture of his steel.
Come on.
Showed his face. About 2 more comments later, they had his name. They had exactly where he was from. They had everything.
Come on.
Right? Now more than ever, they're documented. Now this is the sad reality is the pictures that they pulled up was this man was at church. They said, "Oh, this person got the nerve to be a Christian, be at church, and he hitting on this woman." Now it makes us look bad.
Right. Yes, sir.
Right? We're getting to this point. We throw all this stuff out. The end is getting close and Jesus is coming. And everybody says, "Oh, yeah, it might not be in my lifetime. It might be," they keep putting it off. And how it's going to be in the end and how we're going to be persecuted. It's getting really, really close.
That's all.
What you choose to do in the light, like this dude had the gall to feel like he can hit this woman on the behind while he was running past. They already talk about canceling this guy because we're in cancel culture now. But now we got our kids. They document you fighting at school. They document that's going to hurt you getting into college. Understand, like this stuff is following you. The stuff that's going on now, just because a police officer is not at your door, does not necessarily mean that it's going to be okay down the road. When they find out what you did, you're going to have to pay for it. It's just like life and how God is. You can't do stuff. You can hide from church. You can hide from pastor. You know what I'm saying? You can hide in your room. You can hide in your bathroom. But God is always watching. So if you would just behave as if God is always watching, you wouldn't need that never even has that issue. I got one little thing I'm saying. I'm gonna let you know. See, he was lied on, slept on, beat on, whipped on.
Come on.
They said they had his back, but in the end, they was all gone. Cat of 9 tails ripped in his back. They was all wrong. Pilate washed his hands of the fact the mob they was too strong. Yeah, they wanted blood with no hesitation. The devil had in mind knowing the situation. They just wanted them dead, man, with no hesitation. But Jesus was prepared. He knew what he was facing. Never said a word. Knew what had to be done. For God so loved the world, he gave his only son. For all the brothers and sisters that just ain't living right.
Come on.
All the sins of the world, yet Jesus paid the price. And we got the nerve to flip whenever people hate him. Instead of acting like Jesus on a whole different station. Ready to fight and to cuss whenever they speak on you. But Jesus still said forgive them. They don't know what they do.
Come on now. It ain't stopping. It ain't stopping. It's not stopping. I'm mashing it, but it's not stopping. Stop it. Stop it.